Have you ever wondered how to teach your child to be honest? Honesty isn't just about telling the truth. It's about building trust and integrity. Today, we'll explore a fun and simple way to instill this value through storytelling. Let's begin with a story called The Honest Elephant. In the heart of a peaceful jungle, where the air was fresh and the trees stood tall, lived Ellie the elephant. The forest was alive with the sounds of chirping birds and the chatter of animals. Monkeys swung from branch to branch, while deer and rabbits grazed quietly in the clearing. It was a place of harmony, where every creature had its place. One day, as Ellie strolled through the peaceful forest, she stumbled upon something she hadn't expected, a sparkling jewel lying near the stream. The jewel shimmered in the light, and Ellie knew immediately who it belonged to. It was the Lion King's jewel, lost during his hunt the previous day. Ellie stood still, deep in thought. The temptation to keep the jewel was strong. After all, no one else was around. Maybe I could keep it, she thought, and no one would know. But in her heart, she knew the right thing to do. Ellie remembered the values her parents had taught her about honesty and doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. Determined, she decided to return the jewel to its rightful owner. The Lion King was overjoyed when Ellie returned the jewel. He said, "You could have kept it, but you chose honesty, which is far more valuable than any treasure. From this day forward, Ellie, you will always have my trust." And so, Ellie earned the respect of the entire jungle.
Why did Ellie give the jewel back? She could have kept it.
That's a great question. Ellie knew that keeping something that didn't belong to her would make her feel guilty inside. She wanted to be honest and do what's right, even when no one was watching. That's what makes honesty so important. It builds trust with others and helps you feel good about yourself.
So how can we, as parents, encourage honesty in our children? Here are a few practical tips to help you guide your child toward becoming more honest in their everyday life.
Tip number 1. Model honesty in everyday situations. Children learn from what they see. Be a role model of honesty by admitting your own mistakes. If you accidentally spill something, own up to it and say, "Oops. I made a mess. I need to clean it up." This shows your child that everyone makes mistakes, but being honest about them is the right thing to do. Tip number 2. Create a safe space for honesty. Sometimes children are scared to tell the truth because they're worried about getting in trouble. Create a safe environment by reassuring them that telling the truth is always better than hiding it. If your child breaks something, instead of reacting with anger, try saying, "I'm glad you told me the truth. Let's work together to fix it." This encourages honesty without fear. Tip number 3. Reinforce the positive outcomes of honesty. When your child is honest, no matter how small the situation, acknowledge it. Say things like, "I'm proud of you for telling the truth. That was very brave." Positive reinforcement helps them associate honesty with praise and trust. Tip number 4. Use stories as a tool. Stories like The Honest Elephant are great ways to illustrate honesty. After telling the story, discuss it with your child. Ask questions like, "What would you have done in Ellie's place?" Or, "Why do you think the Lion King was happy with Ellie?" These discussions help children connect the story to their own lives. Tip number 5. Practice through role-playing. Another fun way to reinforce honesty is through role-playing. You can set up scenarios where your child has to make an honest choice. For example, pretend they find a lost item, and ask them, "What would you do?" By practicing these scenarios, they'll feel more confident making honest decisions in real life.
Honesty is a value that will serve your child throughout their life. By modeling honesty, creating a safe space, reinforcing positive outcomes, and using fun stories like The Honest Elephant, you can help your child learn that honesty isn't just about telling the truth, It's about building trust, respect, and a strong moral foundation. Start incorporating these tips into your daily life, and see how your child begins to value honesty as a part of who they are. Subscribe to our channel for more practical parenting advice, heartwarming stories, and tips on how to nurture your child's growth every step of the way. And don't forget to like this video and share with your friends and family.